안녕하세요. 저는 하와이에서 닭 키우며 물고기 잡으며 살고 있는 쿤입니다. 최근 한국에서 여러 사건 사고들을 뉴스에서 보면서 앞으로 이 나라가 어떻게 될지 이제 생각하며 영상을 시작하게 되었습니다. 제가 최근에 두바이에 여행을 갔을 때 아는 지인을 거기서 만났는데요. 이분은 세계 여러 군데를 다니면서 여성 인권을 위해서 힘을 쓰고 계신 유튜버 엘린이라는 분입니다. 제가 이분을 만나서 페미니스트가 어떤 것인지 한번 물어봤습니다. Hi there. Should I speak Korean? Is it okay?
Yeah. I'm just gonna smile until you tell me to do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
안녕하세요. My name is Kun from Korea.
안녕하세요. My name is Aline. I'm from Los Angeles, but now I live in Dubai.
So it's so honored to be here today with you today.
Thank
so
you.
we'll really quick have a chat about the feminism today.
Yeah,
So,
feminism.
You're the one like who I know like really good like feminist. Because like before I know the feminism is really bad, was really bad in Korea.
Oh.
Because I was taught like that.
Yeah.
So can you tell me like what the feminism, like real feminism for you?
Yes. So, I think feminism gets a bad reputation sometimes because what people like to do is they like to take the most extreme person in a category and use them as the example to represent the entire category. So that's what's happened to feminism. So I also, for a while, I did not like the word feminist. If I heard feminist, I think someone with hairy armpits, someone crazy, someone who hates men. But that's not what a feminist is. That's like saying, you know, a man, you think of the most manly man. If you say the word man, you think of the extreme. That's not how it works. So what I realize when it comes to feminism is that we just have to redefine and relearn that word. And what feminism is just anyone who thinks women and men should have equal rights, equal pay, equal opportunities. That's it. Nobody's better than anyone else. Just everyone has equal opportunities.
That's a really good answer. Thank you. One more question that like in Korea, actually we have like, we call it radical feminism.
Sure.
You travel like all around
Yeah.
the world, right? So have you seen like those kind of feminism or people in the world?
No, I've seen a lot more men who don't like women than I've seen women who don't like men. And while I don't agree with anyone who villainizes all men or all women or all of any group, I see how they get to this extreme because when you start to study, you know, the world and how it works, the percentages of women who have experienced sexual assault, who have experienced domestic abuse, verbal abuse, it's so high. And then, you know, as I've traveled the world, I've seen how so many women don't have rights in so many countries. I mean, even in the United States, women could not have a bank account without their husband's name on it until the 70s. Like in many countries, women cannot inherit property. So the rules are changing and they need to change more. I don't believe anyone should be extreme in any direction, but I also think instead of focusing on like women who are the extreme feminists, let's focus on the people who are actually causing problems. So let's focus on people who are actually hurting other people, right?
Yeah, exactly. Lastly, can you say about like good thing about feminism to
Sure.
Korean? Because we say 80%.
Yeah.
They have like really bad like perspective of feminism in Korea, like
Yeah.
because of the radical feminism.
I mean, when you look at what people use in war or in politics, is they look at one group and they use it to villainize it, right? So we don't want to look at the radical feminists and use them to say, oh, you know, you don't want to use it against women, right? Because that's actually hurting women in the end. So what we have to think about is be honest with yourself. If you're a woman, when you were growing up, did you have the exact same freedoms as your brothers? If you're a boy, when you were a kid, did you have the exact same freedoms as your sisters? Maybe in your family you did, but then you need to look at the bigger picture. A lot of times, families are more strict with girls than boys. At work, is it okay for a man to do something and not for you? Who's paid more? Do you feel... And also, by the way, men can be affected by feminism as well. Maybe you're a man and you want to be a stay-at-home dad, but you feel like you can't because it's not manly. Feminism is to help you be able to live the life you want, right? So anytime there's something that just feels wrong and off and uneven, that's usually a sign of old-fashioned, ancient misogyny, right? So for thousands of years, men were in charge of everything in the world. For thousands of years, women were literally property. When someone got married, we were given. In the United States, when you get married, the father literally walks down the aisle and gives the bride to the husband. It's symbolic that women were actual property. So we just have to remember how it was in the past. Women were part of, you know, the family that did not have power, right? And now women finally have power and more rights. And it's something that's amazing, and we shouldn't focus on the little negative stuff and let it blow out of proportion. We should instead focus on what we can improve. And Korea is only one place, right? I don't know how women's rights are in Korea. Maybe it's great. But we need to think about the whole world, right? Women's rights are not great in India. They're not great in Pakistan. They're not great in South America. They're not great even in the United States in a lot of places where I'm from. I'm not attacking any country, I'm just saying. Women's rights have a lot of room for improvement around the world. So even if it's perfect someday in Korea, we have to remember all the women in all the other places, because you could have been born there as well. So, yeah. A normal feminist is me. A normal feminist is his wife. I'm a feminist. I'm not a crazy person. I don't hate men. I don't think women are better than men. They're terrible people? No. Does that mean all men are terrible? No. Does that mean we should do something? And feminism can help men. Feminism can allow men to have feelings, to express their emotions, to show their feminine side instead of always having to be the man, you know? So feminism helps boys too. Yeah.
I wish this video can help like people in Korea to like know about the more like normal feminism, like not like extreme radical feminism.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here today.
Thank you for listening. Even if you disagree, I hope it gave you another perspective.
그럼
이만!
이만! 안녕!
안녕!